And John, one of the headlines today, you see it in the back pages. We talked about it last night with Mark Guidi and Barry Ferguson. Could Kevin Nisbet fit the bill for Celtic if Giakoumakis goes? It looks as though, Celtic apparently have accepted a deal from the Japanese club if Giakoumakis wants to go, if he wants to take it, and also Atlanta and the MLS are interested. But what do you feel, John, about Kevin Nisbet? Would he fit in?
Well, I think he's a quality striker. I think there's no doubt he'll score goals for any team. I think he's in fine form at the minute. He runs in behind, he can finish. But I'm still a little bit reluctant to talk about players who are contracted to other teams because, we've been linking Giakoumakis with a move away for the last 2 or 3 weeks. And whenever Ange goes on television or when he's doing his press conferences, he's batting it all away. Last week, Juranovic was going. You asked me what we felt he was worth. All of a sudden, he starts the game at the weekend. He's linked with Southampton now today. But for me, Kevin Nisbet is a good player. And there is no doubt for me that he could step up in terms of playing for a team that expected to win trophies. What I would say by that is when you step up, Paul, the demands when you play for a Celtic you've got to win every game. You've got to score every other game. You can't.
Is that the biggest difference, John, that you have to win all the time?
Yeah, you've got to win. A draw, Paul, is a crisis. Yeah. All the fan zones are all talking about it. The newspapers are criticising. And that's the difference, because when you play for the Hibs or outside of the Celtic Rangers sort of stuff, it's a case of you can go 3 or 4 games without scoring. You can go 3 or 4 games without winning. It's almost acceptable. But when you're playing at the Celtic who are expected to win, Rangers are the same. You can't, there's no respite. You've got to be at it every single game to be a success, with the Celtic or the Rangers.
That's the Celtic hero, former striker John Harrison. What do you think? 08, 08, 17, 17, 700, and a great Rangers defender in the past. You defend them. Sometimes you have to criticise as well. It's Craig Moore who's with us.
Yeah.
They'll like that one, a great defender.
In the past, yeah, long time ago.
Great. What do you think of Kevin Nisbet?
I think Kevin Nisbet, again, a player that has come back from an injury. But I tell you what, he looks as if he's put the yards in terms of physically. He looks strong. His goal scoring record, I think 7 from 7 since coming back into the team. The boy's a goal scorer. I've absolutely no doubt. And I know what you're saying, John, in terms of, we don't like to speculate. But if I'm asked whether or not Nisbet could go and play and score goals at Celtic or go and play and score goals at Rangers, I believe he could. He's a player that I still believe has got a lot more to come, in terms of experience and maturity. But he's a profile that is an interesting one. I think that he is a great goal scorer physically. He's strong, So I know defensively coming up against that type of player, central defenders, it's a handful. There's no doubt about that.